Hey guys, I'm Bereket.
And I'm Rahiel.
And welcome back to
Cooking It with the Berhes.
This channel, me and my sister are going to be cooking Habesha food.
And today, we'll be making Quanta Firfir. Yay! Basically, it's like normal food, like a food. I don't know if that's a specific type, but we're adding in Quanta, which is like beef jerky.
It's like
yeah. It's gonna be really good. Our mom's made it before, and our aunt's made it before too. So really excited to make it for y'all.
Get to it.
All right, so we have our onion, we have our tomatoes, tomatum, we have our Kibbeh, our butter, we have kororema, we have our blended up garlic and ginger mixture, so zinafich, I think that's garlic. I think that's ginger, and then garlic is net shungurt. And then we have our bebere, our spice mixture. We have tomato sauce, salt, chow, and then the main ingredients, we have our quanta, and then we also have our injera. And without, we can start.
Alright. Right now we're gonna cut up the onions. This is called shungurt.
There you go.
You don't want to cut it diced. Wow, let's go with these onions.
I know, I started feeling it.
Alright. Once you cut up the onions inside the pot, then we get ready to turn this on.
It's like medium.
Add some oil. Add some oil. If you already seen in the other videos, we end up adding a lot of oil. Like,
I saw the tear come. That's crazy.
Alright, well, I'm gonna add oil.
So,
Alright, that's good. Probably gonna end up adding more oil. That's how it is. I'll just leave this to the side. Then you're gonna want to mix it up a bit. Bada bing. For this next onion, we're gonna be using this veggie cutter. I'm not gonna lie, this is just easier to cut. I cut the first onion to show you guys what to do, but if you have this, you might as well use it. It's faster, it saves you much time, a lot of time. All you do, get this, boom, boom, bing, just like that, boom, easy cut. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I'll leave a link in the description if anyone wants this.
it's really great.
Just to put you guys on to game, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to cut onions. I ain't trying to cry, I'm sick of crying, but and then we're gonna mix this around, and then Rahiel's gonna cut up the tomatoes.
All right, so now we're gonna rinse our tomatoes, and then we're gonna dice them. This is a really good tomato. It's really like strong. You gotta be really careful when you cut it with the tomatoes. I'll make sure it doesn't like squirt. And they're cut. Now we're gonna add this to our pot. All right, so when it starts to look kind of like this, like the tomatoes cook down, the onions are like a lighter purple, that's when we're gonna add in our bebere. Don't add too much if you can't handle the heat. But keep in mind that Quanta is also like kind of spicy. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough bebere for sure. Also, we're gonna add in a little bit of oil because it's starting to get a little thick and I don't want it to get thick yet. Oh, I know it like kills me every time I have to add in more. I think I don't want to add any more oil, so I'm just gonna put it away actually. All right, so when it starts to look like this, we've let it cook for like a couple of minutes. We're gonna add in our tomato sauce. And then we're gonna do like a quick like rinse in water and then put it back into the pot. There you go. And then we'll mix this around. We're gonna let this cook just for a little bit, and then we're gonna add in the quanta. The quanta needs to cook in for a while, which is why like we just wanna make sure that the quanta has enough time to cook before we like finish everything else. And I'll put a cap over this. I'm also gonna put this like on medium low.
I'll mix it a bit and then add the guanta. Here's our guanta. I also broke it into pieces because they were kind of big. So if you buy this in the store, I would advise that you break it into pieces.
Mix it. It's popping.
Toss it.
Yo, I don't know why. I thought you put it in the pot for some reason. Like I thought you accidentally dropped it in the pot.
The bowl?
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna add in the rest of our like spices. So this is our garlic and ginger mixture. Our kororema. So like gonna add a little bit. I know I didn't mention it earlier, but I really want to. We're gonna add a little bit of this.
How's cinnamon?
Just a little bit. Then I'm just gonna. And then we're gonna add in our cho, our salt. And we'll let it, Berg is gonna mix it, and then we'll let it cook for a bit.
So we're gonna mix it around, let it cook, and then we'll be right back.
All right, so we've let this cook for a little while. Oh, gonna do a quick mix. We're gonna add in some water. This is basically like, I think 1 bowl is enough because I don't wanna make too much. Oh, it got so quiet. So we're gonna mix this around a bit and then we're gonna let it cook. And then we'll add in the kibbeh once it starts to like bubble up a bit. We'll show you guys how that looks when it happens. Now you can see that it's starting to bubble. So we're gonna do a quick mix before we add in our kibbeh. Now we're gonna add in our kibbeh. Pop it there. Once our kibbeh has like melted and everything's been like fully incorporated, then we'll add in our injera and we're almost done, so yay! Now that it's like bubbling up a lot and the kibbeh has melted, we're gonna turn off the heat and just let it sit here for a couple minutes. And once it's kind of cooled down for a bit, then we're going to add in our injera and be done for. It stopped bubbling as much, so we're going to move this over to the side, do a little mix around just to check on how everything has gone. So as you can see, the kibbeh has definitely melted. You can see it all like on the sides. That's gonna make the firfir really good. All right, now we're gonna add in our injera. You wanna make sure that, when you add in the injera, you're not adding in too much. Because if you add in too much, then it's gonna get really dry. But if you also don't add in enough, it's gonna turn into like gun food. Like it's gonna be all mushy and everything. And no one likes that. So we're gonna add this in. I'm gonna sort of like unroll it a bit. Add everything in. Do a little like mixing around and stuff like that. Get in there, get in there. I think that's the best part about injera. Like it's low-key a sponge. Good thing I have another injera on standby. I'm gonna go for it.
So notice how she would like make daps and then add it in, if you know what I'm saying.
I look for like the parts that kind of are really like liquidy, and then I just place the injera there. I think we don't need to add any more injera actually. I think it's pretty good. All right, so we're just lightly mixing it around. You don't want to mix it around too much because it might like turn into like gemfo and stuff. Low key. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna add more injera. Okay, I think that's really good. And now it's basically ready to serve, so we're done.
Alright guys, we are done making the Quanta Firfir.
Yay.
Looks good. I'm gonna try it.
Feels weird like using injera to eat injera.
Make sure you get the Quanta.
Yeah. Got a big piece of Quanta, like it's hard to chew.
Just hard to chew.
I kind of forgot, it's been a minute since I've had this, but it's good. I like it.
I like the Quanta a lot.
I wish the Quanta was softer though.
Yeah.
But it tastes really good.
It's a little workout for your dogs. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and please let us know what you want to see next. And with that being said,
Good shot!